In this adventure, we're exploring some ancient Roman ruins in search of their interesting history, while pondering upon a bit of their fascinating lore, and basking in the amazing architecture that surrounds us around each turn. So you'd better prepare yourself for the amazement that awaits.
Today I'm in Rome, Italy, taking a look at an archaeological site known as the Baths of Caracalla. I think you're gonna like this one.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy this history lesson, there's definitely something wrong with you. Just take a look. Built in the early 3rd century, this site covers over 60 acres and was one of the largest and most elaborate bathhouses around at that time. That is, until the Baths of Diocletian were built several decades later. This place was so large that it took 18 cisterns to store all that water. And it was in the year 216 AD that it finally had its big grand opening. The construction of this colossal project began under Emperor Septimius Severus and was finished under the reign of his son, Lucius Septimius Bassianus, who would later change his name to Marcus Aurelius Antonius to link himself to the former deceased emperor, and then he added the title Caesar to it as well, to further solidify the dynasty. Now, while all that may seem complicated, he eventually took on the nickname Caracalla due to the cloak he was known for wearing. Underneath what would have once been vaulted ceilings, most of the walls you see here are constructed of brick, but evidence shows that they were at one time covered with decorative marble. Today, you can still see part of the black and white mosaics that line these pathways. Beneath the surface, a mill and sophisticated hydraulic system functioned to direct the flow of all that water, while furnaces could heat it up to provide steam. There are also tunnels down below acting as a sewer, guiding all that used water out of the facility. Now that area seems to be evading us at the moment, but if you have the opportunity to explore this place yourself, keep an eye out for a small passage that leads down below. All throughout these ancient halls there would have been hot baths, cold baths, saunas, and a large open-air pool too, which is said to have spanned well over 11,000 square feet. It is believed that this place could have accommodated over 1,500 visitors at any given time, and typically around 8,000 people in a day. Some historians claim way more, but I'm guessing those estimates would include the entire grounds. Now that does seem like a lot of people, and to provide service for all of them, this place also contained changing rooms, with employees to assist, and merchants to provide further accommodations. Just try to imagine how elaborate this place must have been back in those days. But you know, I do have to admit, as important as hygiene was to the Romans, I would really hate to think of what might have been flowing throughout these once wondrous pools. Now, while Caracalla is associated with this glorious bathing destination, he is also famous for, well, doing away with certain people. And that even includes family members too. During the days of being a co-ruler, this apparently helped him make his way to the top. And legend has it that an infamous politically motivated massacre once took place here. So yeah, during his reign, this Roman emperor was considered somewhat of a tyrant, and Caracalla himself was taken out in the year 217 AD, just 1 year after the big grand opening of this place. All around you will find information on specific areas and some of the artistic displays that remain. This even includes games that would have been played during that time period. As you make your way through, you will also read of the stucco paintings that line these grand walls. And you will even see how these decorations may have once been arranged. Here we have what is said to be Eros riding a sea monster. Pretty cool, huh? All throughout, there would have also been bronze statues, and oriental painted marble statues too. but it seems that most of the impressive of these have since been transported to various museums of the area, which I guess may be for the best. Now, speaking of museums, if you want to see something else interesting, let's take a look over here. Directly up ahead, there is an exhibit that showcases what was here before the baths were built. This area was once home to some elegant manors that had to be cleared to make way for the emperor's wishes. And in here, we're going to learn a little more about that. In the 1800s, an excavation unearthed what remains of some of the art that decorated the walls of one of these houses. And here, we are treated to one of those beautiful frescoes on display. So we've talked about how many people these once glorious baths could have handled back in those days. You may ask yourself, where did all that water come from anyway? Well, if you've been watching my channel, you may have seen those large aqueducts that once stretched over 40 miles from the mountains into the city. Yep, they seem to have supplied this place nicely. Like I mentioned before, bathhouses like this were once a major part of Roman society. But unfortunately, functions at this extravagant complex halted in the year 537, when those aqueducts were destroyed by the Ostrogoths. After that, the baths would sit in disuse for quite some time. In 847, an earthquake would destroy much of the structure, leaving behind the ruins we see today. Over time, these grounds would have been used for multiple purposes, including a vineyard, and even burial ground. In the area surrounding the main structure, there is evidence of other things that would have gone on here too. Yeah, this vast hygiene venue was a total cultural hub that would have consisted of gyms, libraries, and gardens too. I also mentioned merchants earlier. Just think of all the people that would be set up all around here for the chance to trade their goods and conduct business. What an amazing experience I imagine this place would have been during those days of the Roman Empire.